Hi guys, Pop Pete here. Hey, sorry I haven't been able to get to you with the books lately. The holidays and everything, been a little crazy with work, but we're going to go with the library mouse today. Sam was a library mouse. He lived in a little hole in the wall behind the children's reference book. Every night he went looking for adventure between the covers of the books. One evening Sam went in for a stroll. He smiled as he saw the class projects that the children made for his library shelves. A poster was on the wall that read, "Discover our great big world." It was a great big world, Sam said, and I love to read all about it. Then he sighed, gazing at the books on the very top shelves, where they're just a little too high for him to climb. Suddenly, Sam saw something out of the corner of his eye. Swoosh, another mouse landed gracefully on the floor right in front of him. "Oh," she said, "that was some ride." She stuck out her paw and smiled. "Hi, my name is Sarah. What's yours?" "I am Sam," he answered. "I live here." "I live here too," Sarah said, "on the other side of the library. I was exploring. You could see the whole world from up here." You can explore the whole world in books too," said Sam. Sarah said, "There's a Jeep up there that's our size. Sam, come on. We can pretend we're exploring to drive to the top of the tallest mountain." "We don't think you can drive on the top of the tallest mountain in a Jeep," Sam said, looking warily at the tall shelves. "Besides, we can pretend from down here." "You're not afraid, are you?" Sarah asked. "Of course not," Sam said in a squeaky voice. Sarah saw that Sam was nervous. "We could always do a little research first," she said. "Good idea," said Sam. While looking at the book of mountain climbers, Sarah had another idea. "I'll be right back," she said. She returned with some of the string and paper clips. I'll hook on one end of the string on the top," she said. "Then I'll drop the other end down for you around your waist. That way you won't have to worry about falling." "I'm not worried," said Sam. Sam said as he started to climb. As soon as it was his turn, he remembered he had read that when climbing, he should not look down, so he didn't. At the top of the shelf, Sam breathed a sigh of relief. If he hadn't been so scary as he had thought it would be, and he and Sarah played and played until dawn. Back on the ground, Sarah said, I'll bet we could explore even more of the world if we flew on the airplane over there." Sam looked up at the display, and the librarian had hung above the tallest shelves. "It doesn't really fly," he said, "and we couldn't reach it anyway." "Think how much of the world we could see from up there. We can climb to the top of the bookshelf, then jump over to the plane. It'll be easy." But Sarah wouldn't take no for an answer. Sam said, "Tonight we're going to get into the airplane and we're going to see the world." Throughout the day, Sam was so nervous he could hardly sleep or read. He didn't want to let Sarah or himself down, but he didn't want to get into that airplane either. Sam don't look so happy. He's covering his eyes. That night, Sarah led Sam to the top of the bookshelf. Sarah jumped into the plane, and Sam jumped in too, and climbed into the seat behind Sarah. "We're off to see the world," she cried. They sailed over the Eiffel Tower and over the Great Wall of China, over the Statue of Liberty and the Great Pyramids. They sailed past the volcanoes and mountaintops, above the coral reefs and the deserts, between dark rows of bookshelves, and right out of the door from the children's room. The airplane bumped to a stop in the dark hallway. Sam leaped out of his seat. He didn't stop running until he was back in his little hole in the wall. "Sam," Sarah cried, "come back. Explorers don't run from adventure." Sam hid behind his bed and he wouldn't come out. But later, when his heart stopped pounding, he went into the writing desk. He picked up his pencil and got to work on a new project. Readers and writers are explorers too, he said. Wow, Sarah said the next evening when she saw Sam's book. Sam and Sarah see the world. We're both a couple of explorers, and we never had to leave the library, said Sam. We didn't have to leave the library, Sarah said with a twinkle in her eye, but just think of the books you could write if you really got to see the world. What do you say we take a little research trip? As they strolled through the library, Sam didn't know what to say. He had never met a mouse like Sarah. That's it. I think Sarah's the explorer, and well, Sam there is a little scared, but she's trying to show him how to have fun and learn things. I love you guys. Talk to you later.